Almost everyone has a reason to save money, whether it's for a specific purchase like a vehicle or home, for retirement, or simply the future in general. There are several options when it comes to deciding where to save your hard-earned money. A savings account at a bank or other financial institution may be the most familiar, and perhaps you have one or even several already. But have you ever considered investing in other ways to supplement your savings account? Perhaps the thought of investing brings some apprehension, particularly if you are wary to trust your savings to the volatility of the stock market. But did you know that there are other investments, like bonds, that have the capacity to preserve capital, subject to certain risks, and may offer interest payments higher than those typically paid by most traditional savings accounts? Yet, while bonds may sound similar to savings accounts, they actually have some significant differences. One such difference is the level of liquidity, or accessibility of your funds as cash, that each affords. Traditional savings accounts are customarily more liquid than other investments, as money can often be withdrawn if needed, without much delay if any. While money invested in differing securities is generally more limited in terms of accessibility, there are varying levels of liquidity among and even within asset classes. Bonds, for example, can be found on the market or purchased from a brokerage firm like Zions Direct just a few months before they mature. Or if you're looking for a more long-term investment, you can find bonds with terms, or the time frame that the issuer retains the initial payment for the bonds, of 10 or more years. Many people create bond ladders, a bond portfolio structured with varying terms to stagger the liquidity of their investments. Investing can present more risks than savings accounts. Even with investments that are generally considered relatively safe, there is always the risk of loss, whether due to a default, fluctuations of interest rates, or simply from inflation. Fortunately, you have a certain level of control over how much risk you take. In order to decide which option is right for you, there are a few things to consider. It's important to give some thought to your individual and family needs. Is liquidity important to you? Do you anticipate the need to access your money at a moment's notice? Or do you have a plan in place in the event that unforeseen needs occur? The answer to this should affect the types of investments you choose and how much money you can afford to invest. Another important consideration is your risk tolerance. Do the benefits of investing in various securities outweigh the risks involved? The extent to which you can afford to take on risk will vary based on several factors, including your personality, stage of life, income, and overall financial situation. If you're unsure where you stand in terms of these issues, a trusted financial professional can help you assess your situation and help you get pointed in the right direction. To learn more about this and other investment topics, subscribe to the Zions Direct YouTube channel.